This video, I want to share a few strategies for content marketing if you have basically no budget or very small budget. So content marketing is a great way to grow your business and to point people to the types of products and services that you actually want to sell. So there's a lot of different ways you can leverage content marketing, and it's definitely effective. It's something that a lot of larger businesses, medium businesses, and small businesses use because it's a great way to identify, find your target market, an audience, and get them interested in what you have to offer. So one of the great things about content marketing is that it actually will help you save time because it provides a support to scale up to get people pointed into what you're actually wanting to sell. So it's a very strategic way to grow your business. And so I want to talk about just a few strategies that you can use with content marketing and to be thinking about it strategically. So there's a lot of different types of content marketing out there. And one of the things in terms of being strategic with content marketing is thinking about how you can use content in multiple ways for content marketing. So a lot of different ways of content marketing are things like blogging, posting on some different platforms. We use social media as sort of a group with that, but it could be a lot of different platforms. Creating video content, which is extremely popular, and even things like podcasts. One of the great things with content, though, is you can take a piece of content and actually maximize your use out of it. So, for example, you could have a blog post. You could take that blog post and post a short post about it to social media, like a Facebook or something. You could create a visual pin on Pinterest that links to your blog post. You could create a video of your blog post. Perhaps you're talking about the most important points in it. And again, point back to that particular blog post if you want. And you could even create an audio podcast. So that's one of the things I think to keep in mind is you don't want to get overwhelmed by all your choices of content marketing. You don't necessarily need to do everything at once. But if you do have a piece of what's often called pillar content or a larger or more complicated piece, you can use that and spin it off and create a lot of different types of content on other places to reach more people. So talking about strategically, that's definitely one of the great things with social media is because you can post your content from other places and you can also engage and interact with people. Now, social media is kind of a blanket term because there's a lot of different types out there. So for example, right now, TikTok is a short video platform and it's becoming very popular and it's getting a lot of interaction. And then there's other platforms like Twitter that have been around a bit longer, and it's just very short pieces of micro content. So you would probably want to start with identifying where your audience is hanging out first on these places before you just start randomly posting to social media, and start with the places where your audience is. So for example, if you're doing some type of professional content, you might want to be posting more on LinkedIn than on Facebook, for example. Now, speaking of Facebook, what is good about Facebook is it is rather versatile. So you can put written content, photos, and video content. But there's actually another great thing about Facebook, and that it actually has a lot of different groups. It's really one of the few social media sites that has more groups and group interaction. And groups are great because a lot of groups will allow you to offer some type of promotion or freebie in there. Now, I don't necessarily think you would want to go to a group that actually has just all promotion and all advertising. Those types of groups, people just stop visiting. But if you have a specific niche, you might want to find groups that maybe have an area where they allow people to post certain things at certain times and things like that, because that can put you definitely in touch with your bigger audience that's in your niche. So one of the things that's great is if you use Google, you can actually find groups on Facebook and forums related to your niche. So for example, let's say your niche is quilting. Perhaps you're selling downloadable digital quilting patterns on Etsy and you want to increase your reach. Well, if you go to Google and do groups and forums about quilting, you'll get some options here for different things people are searching for. But you can see here we have forums, the quilting forum, quilting board forums. So you can go and look at these, quilting discussion and forum. And then one of the things that's nice here too is you have Facebook as well. So they have the Thrifty Quilters. That could be a good place to post maybe free patterns to get people on your list, and then have that where you can promote your paid patterns. 10 ways to find your quilting community. So there's just lots of ways you can get into your niche, and looking at groups and whether on Facebook or forums or other places is a great place to start with that. Now, this even may be something you want to have perhaps a VA to do, or if somebody on Fiverr is to go on and put these maybe all together in a spreadsheet or things along those lines. So you can see here, this is some different things, links and resources. This could be sales and coupons. So they do have some areas on this where you can promote specific things. So that's a great strategy in terms of starting to find out what's going on with your niche, and also just hanging out with your niche and finding out what their pain points are, what they're interested in, what they're not interested in, etc. So if you'd like to learn more about putting together content that sells and also using content marketing to grow your business, check out Content Profit Hacks. This is my training and strategies, and I will tell you right now, it's not the same types of stuff you see out there. This is unique training and strategies to help you get the most out of your content. You can learn more at the link below.